Good morning, students. Today topic is introduction to components of a computer system. What is computer system? A computer system is a complete functional unit made of interconnected hardware like CPU, memory, input output devices, and software operating system applications that works together to accept data, process it, and produces results, enabling users to perform tasks efficiently. Means the computer system have two words. One is the computer, one is the system. Computer is a electronics device that perform arithmetic and logical operations. Arithmetic operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and next is the system. What is system? Basically, system is a interrelated components working together towards a common goal that accept input, process it, and produces out. Basically, system is interrelated components working together towards a common goal by accepting input and producing out. A system have major components like two major components. One is the hardware, or second is the software. Basically, hardware is a physical components of computer system that are connected to the computer system. Basically, computer system categorized in two main parts. One is the hardware and one is the software. Hardware have four major components. Basically, hardware is a physical component that are categorized in four major parts: input device, output device, CPU, that is the processing unit, and memory unit. Means input devices, here input devices like a mouse and keyboard, and output devices like a printer and monitor. And CPU, this is used for processing the data, and this is the memory unit that is used for storing the data. And basically, how we design this is designed in like this: input, process, and then produce the output. This is the input unit. Basically, input unit involves capturing and assembling elements that enter the data for processing. Here, input units like keyboard, mouse, scanner, joysticks. These are the input devices. Uh, Here involve the capturing and assembling elements that enter the data for processing. This is the central processing units. This is the components of the CPU. This is the storage unit, secondary storage. This is the permanent storage. This is the primary storage. Basically, in the terms of storage, the storage unit stores the data for further CPU processing. In this unit, the memory unit, computer memory are basically classified in three important types. Three important types. First is the first is the primary memory. Primary memory, it's also known as main memory. Main memory. Second is the cache memory, and third one is the secondary. Secondary. This is the secondary memory. This is the primary memory. Or computer memory is classified in three main types: primary memory or main memory, cache memory, and secondary memory. This is the important memory of the computer system. This stores the data on runtime of the computer system. Basically, this memory is classified in two important terms. One is the random access memory. Random access memory. This is random access memory, and second is the read only memory. Read only memory. That is the primary memory are categorized into main types. One is the random access memory. One is the random access memory. Second is the read-only memory. Basically, random access memory stores the short-term and very high-speed volatile memory. This is the nature of random access memory is a volatile, and the second is the read-only memory. This read-only memory stores permanent data and essential unchangeable instruction for further booting process of the system. So the RAM nature of RAM is a volatile, and nature of read-only memory is non-volatile. Okay, how these instruction how these this memory perform their instruction. This is like suppose this is a memory hierarchy. Memory hierarchy. Here this is the for CPU register. First level is the CPU register. Next is the cache memory. Cache memory. This is for level is for main memory, and this is the secondary. Secondary. This is the memory hierarchy diagram. CPU register. This is the temporary storage. This is the very nearest part of the CPU. This is the register. This is the cache memory. Cache memory. This is the cache memory. Cache memory runs between main memory and CPU. Cache memory run between main memory and CPU. This is the cache memory. Cache memory run between main memory and CPU. So cache memory is a very fast memory. This store the instruction that is frequently used by the processor. So this is a very high speed memory compared to the main memory or secondary memory. And third is the secondary memory. Basically, secondary memory store the permanent record of the computer system. Basically, this memory is categorized in three important terms. First is the magnetic storage, magnetic storage, and second is the optical storage, and third is the flash storage. Flash storage. Magnetic storage. Here, magnetic storage involves hard disk drives, magnetic tape, floppy disk. In optical storage case, there is the DVD, digital versatile disk, compact disk, and this is the flash storage. Here involve the memory card or USB pen drive. These are the flash storage. So this is the classification of computer memory. Computer memory basically classified in three important types: primary memory or main memory. Primary memory. This is a very important memory of the computer system. This memory is classified in two main parts. One is the RAM, and second is the ROM. RAM is a random access memory. The nature of this memory is volatile. The data is lost when power is off. And read-only memory. This is the permanent storage memory. This is the non-volatile in nature. When power is off, data is permanently stored on the computer system. And this is the secondary storage. Secondary storage are categorized in three important categories. Magnetic storage, here involve the hard disk drives, magnetic tape, floppy disk, and this is the optical storage. Here involves two important type like DVD and CD, and this is the flash storage. Flash storage, memory card, and USB are also using a flash storage. So this is the memory hierarchy. CPU is resistor. This is the resistor. Is the basically resistor is the important part of the processor. CPU resistor hold the data very smaller form. This second is the cache memory. Cache memory basically run between main memory and CPU. This main memory, this runtime storage, this is categorized in two main parts, random access memory and read-only memory. And last is the secondary memory. This memory is a very huge storage. Basically, the storage capacity increases from top to bottom. This is the memory size. Memory size increases from top to bottom, and here the speed of memory increases from bottom to top. The speed. This is a very high speed. Now compared to this, cache memory is less speed compared to CPU register. Now main memory speed is less than CPU register, cache memory, and last is the secondary memory. This speed is very low compared to the main memory, cache memory, or CPU register. So speed capacity increases from bottom to top, or storage capacity, capacity or memory size increases from top to bottom. Increases from top. This is a huge storage, and the speed of we compare comparison of the speed. This is a very high speed, like the CPU register speed is very high. So this is the secondary storage, and this is the primary storage that are connected to the CPU, and this is the control unit that control all the units that are connected to the system, and this unit perform basically control operation how like instruction fetch, instruction decode, and instruction execute on perform on basis of control unit, and this is the arithmetic logic unit. This unit perform arithmetic and logical operation. Arithmetic and logical operation. Basically, arithmetic unit involves addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. A logical unit perform and or not. These are the units that are used in our logical units. And this is the finally this is the output unit. This unit produces the information. Produces the information. Here involve output devices like a monitor and printer, and they represent the data in form of information. Okay, thank you.